All right, it's about 6:55. Still pretty dark out. It's also a little bit foggy. I'm back on trail. Left the Maury wintry shelter. Plan today is to do just over 21. That'll get me about 5 miles out of Hanover by my math. Last night was pretty good. One thing though, so I talked to a couple guys who came in and they stayed at the Yellow Deli. So it turns out I should have called and checked, because what they said is the Yellow Deli was closed for their Sabbath, but the hostel was still open. So I spent a little more than I needed to in Killington / Rutland, but it is what it is. Can't do anything about it now. And we got some awesome trail magic at the shelter. A couple of Towboat's friends came. They live very close by, and one of them brought ice cream sandwiches and a huge bag of fried chicken. So we ate ice cream sandwiches, fried chicken for dinner, and that was quite a treat. Nice to get that real protein when you're not in town, and B, I mean, it's delicious. So anyway, getting to hiking here, and I'll get back to you if anything cool happens. If I don't make it 21, I think the bailout before that's only like 14. And if I'm feeling really strong, it's about 26 into Hanover. And apparently there's a hostel there. And they have a slack pack option. Slack packing sounds kind of nice right now, but I don't know. I've only done it once. And I want to do it going north if I do it. So we'll see about that. And also, I made the mistake of flipping to chapter 8 of Gut Hooks, which is after Hanover. And I saw the climb up Mount Moosilauke, which is kind of the gateway to the serious climbs of the Whites. And it's like 3,500 feet, over a mile. So that day, 2 or 3 days from now, it's going to be a hell of a climb. It'll be the biggest, steepest climb so far. And I'm kind of apprehensive, but excited for it. But I feel like that's probably going to be a short day. But anyway, it's not exactly flat right here, and I got to watch my feet. So like I said, I'll get back to you. All right, just climbed this hill to get to a typical Vermont view. This is why I don't stop for any of the views in Vermont. That's the one side, so obviously this is the side with the view. And you can see 50 yards and a bunch of trees. And there may be mountains behind those if it wasn't cloudy, but you wouldn't be able to see them very well. And that's really been pretty much every view in this state that wasn't from the top of the lookout or fire tower or something. All right, just wanted to show that because I think it's kind of funny they call these views. All right. So far today and yesterday, really, the trail has looked a lot like this, which is a lot like it did in the south. It's actually pretty nice. There was some steep parts and a couple places where you walk through brush, but for the most part the mud is dried up, and I can't complain really about the quality of the trail in this section since Rutland. LPL was right. Now there's still 20 miles to go, but we'll see. But the only downside is it has been a little humid, but at this point I'll take that over the mud anytime. And yeah, it's not hot. I'm still sweating a lot because of it, but it's not really hot. It's probably like 80, 70s, something like that. So anyway, just wanted to show how much better the trail has been for the last 30 miles or so. All right. southbounder who told me about this general store. Said it was only 0.1 off trail. It actually turned out to be about a mile, but we got a hitch up to the Tego general store. So now I have to try to hitch back because I don't feel like walking the whole mile. So it was a good idea though. Had a good sandwich for lunch. It's about 11 and I've got about 13 miles left. So I'm gonna try to get back to trail and bang that out. All right, back at the trailhead. Just got dropped off by a very kind gentleman whose name I didn't catch, but his dog was named Bo. And I'm now 2 for 2 on hitchhiking. 2 times I've put my thumb out. 2 times the first car that came along gave me a ride. This time I didn't even have a dog and a girl with me. Just a nice guy. But they do say in Vermont they are very kind to hitchhikers. So for all my griping, I'll give Vermont that. The people are very kind to hikers, at least the ones I've met. But now, I think this is the last extremely steep hill for the day. And I've gone 10 feet and I'm already out of breath. So I'm putting the camera away. All right. Well, you know what we do when we see a bench? We take a minute, relax and enjoy. Looks like this might be a camp spot too, because there's a fire pit and a tiny bit of a view. All right, and I don't know if you can see it there even. I was walking up this hill and this giant snake was in the mud. He's got the brown and the splotches. I don't know what kind of snake it is. I can see its head. It doesn't look like the typical poisonous snake head. Its markings are kind of copperheadish, but I don't know, maybe somebody who can make that out will be able to say. I'll try to zoom in and take a picture. All right, 21.8 mile day. Just headed down the side trail to the shelter. It's over there in the distance. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, but man, it feels like I did a lot of videoing today. I guess I won't really know until I put together the video, but yeah, a lot of interesting stuff happened. Hitching and snakes and I don't know, all the stuff I'm forgetting. But yeah, just about to get into the shelter and I'm gonna get these wet clothes off, dry clothes on, deal with chafing, spray myself with mosquito repellent and get to bed. So unless something crazy happens, that's it for today. Have a great night.